The hardest conversations often open the doors to the greatest clarity, but only if both hearts are ready to truly listen. We need to talk, not to argue, not to blame, but to understand the truth of what we both feel right now. In this moment, silence holds a weight that words cannot carry, yet it's time to break that silence with honesty and vulnerability. I've been carrying thoughts that are too heavy to bear alone, and I'm hoping you're ready to share this weight with me. When two souls are brave enough to confront their truths, even the hardest talks can lead to healing and peace. I don't need you to agree with me. I just need you to hear me without judgment so we can find a way forward. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about connecting dots and understanding what brought us here. I've replayed this conversation in my mind so many times, but nothing compares to the courage it takes to have it face to face. The walls we've built between us won't fall on their own. We need to talk if we want to see what's on the other side. Are you ready to hear what's been onto my heart, even if it changes everything we thought we knew? We owe it to each other to put all the cards on the table, no matter how difficult they are to hold. What I'm about to say isn't easy, but it's coming from a place of love, respect, and a need for clarity. Sometimes, the most uncomfortable conversations are the ones that bring the most peace to the soul. This isn't about being right or wrong. It's about understanding where we stand and where we want to go. I've been holding back words that could either mend us or break us, but either way, they must be said. If love means anything, it means being brave enough to face the truth, even when it's painful to hear. There's a storm of emotions within me, and I need you to be the calm in this chaos by simply listening. We can't move forward if we're both stuck in our own heads. Let's lay it all out and find a way together. I know this conversation might hurt, but it's the only way to heal the wounds we've been avoiding. Honesty is a bridge. It might be shaky, but it's the only way to cross to the other side together. We need to talk because our silence is louder than any words we could ever speak. Are you ready to hear the truth? I've been too afraid to say, even if it changes the way you see me. Sometimes the love we have isn't enough to fix the cracks in our connection, but talking can be a start. Every word I'm about to say comes from a place of care, even if it doesn't sound that way at first. We've reached a point where pretending everything is fine hurts more than facing the truth together. This isn't just a conversation. It's a chance for us to decide what our future looks like if we still want one. The truth may sting, but lies leave scars. I'd rather we face the sting together than live with deeper wounds apart. I don't want to fight. I want to find common ground, even if it takes tearing down walls to get there. We're at a crossroads, and this talk will decide if we're walking together or going our separate ways. Love isn't always pretty. Sometimes it's messy and complicated, but it's always worth fighting for if it's real. I need you to hear me, not with your ears, but with your heart, because what I'm about to say comes from mine. This isn't about winning or losing. It's about being real with each other for the first time in a long time. Are you ready to hear the words that have been sitting on my chest, waiting to be released? We need to talk, not because I want to hurt you, but because I want to save what we have left. The truth is heavy, but carrying it alone is even heavier. I need you to help me lighten this load. Every relationship faces moments like this, where the words we choose can either heal or harm. Let's choose wisely. I've been silent for too long, and it's time to speak before the silence becomes our undoing. We're standing on a fragile edge, and this talk will determine if we fall or fly together. The truth can feel like a storm, but it's only through the rain that we find the rainbow. This isn't just about me or you. It's about us and whether we still have a future together. I don't want this talk to be the end. I want it to be a new beginning, but that depends on us. What I'm about to say might shake the foundation of what we have, but it's necessary for us to grow. We've been avoiding this talk for too long, and now it's time to face it head on with open hearts. This conversation isn't a battle. It's a bridge to understanding each other better. I'm not here to accuse or defend. I'm here to connect and find a way to move forward. The truth might hurt, but it's the only thing that can set us free from this cycle of uncertainty. We need to talk because the silence between us has grown too loud to ignore. I've been holding back emotions that need to be released, not to hurt you, but to heal us both. This talk might be tough, but it's the only way to clear the air and find a path forward. I don't want this to be a goodbye. I want it to be a wake-up call for both of us. What we're about to discuss could change everything, but it's better than living in denial. This isn't the end of our story. It's a crucial chapter we must write together. Love isn't just about the good times. It's about weathering the storms together and coming out stronger. We've reached a moment where our honesty could either break us or make us. I'm hoping for the latter. This isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about understanding and finding a way to heal. What we're about to say to each other could define everything. Let's choose our words with care. I've been carrying these thoughts in my heart, hoping you'd be ready to hear them one day. Today is that day. The conversation we're about to have might not be easy, but it's necessary for us to move forward. Let's lay everything out on the table, no matter how messy it gets, because our connection is worth it. We need to talk, not to fight or argue, but to rebuild the bond that's been slipping through our fingers. The silence between us has grown too loud to ignore, and this talk is our chance to finally break it. I don't want to lose what we have, but to save it, we need to face the truth, no matter how hard it is. Every relationship has its storms. Let this conversation be the shelter we both need to weather it together. We can't keep pretending everything is fine. It's time to have the talk that changes everything. Our connection is too precious to let misunderstandings tear it apart. Let's find clarity together. This isn't about letting go. It's about holding on with honesty, courage, and open hearts. I've been rehearsing this moment in my head, but nothing can prepare me for the vulnerability of speaking it out loud. The words I'm about to say come from a place of love, even if they're hard to hear. We owe it to each other to have this conversation, no matter how much it might hurt. This talk isn't the end of our story. It's the moment we decide how the next chapter will be written. Every unspoken word between us has created a wall, and it's time to break it down brick by brick. Our silence has spoken volumes, but now it's time for our words to speak louder and with purpose. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for honesty, even if it's messy and raw. The hardest truths are often the ones that lead to the most profound growth, and I'm ready to face them with you. I need you to hear me, not to react, but to understand, because what I'm about to say comes from the heart. This isn't about assigning blame. It's about finding a way to reconnect before it's too late. We can't rewrite the past, but this conversation is our chance to shape the future. This moment could break us or bring us closer than ever, but either way, it's time to face it together. I've been holding back my feelings for too long, and I can't move forward without sharing them with you. Are you ready to hear the truth, even if it challenges everything we thought we knew about each other? This isn't just a talk. It's a lifeline for the connection we've been slowly losing. I want this to be a beginning, not an end, but we have to be willing to have the hard conversations first. The words I'm about to say might hurt, but they come from a place of love and the desire to heal. Every relationship reaches a crossroads, and this conversation is ours. Let's choose the path together. We can't move forward without addressing the weight of what's been left unsaid. This isn't about winning or losing. It's about finding a way to walk the same path again. The truth can be painful, but living a lie is far worse. Let's face this moment with courage. I've been carrying these feelings alone for too long, and it's time to share them with you. We can't heal what we don't confront, and this talk is our opportunity to start that process. This isn't just a conversation, it's a chance to rebuild trust and understanding between us. What I'm about to say isn't easy, but it's necessary for us to move forward with honesty. I need you to know that every word I say comes from a place of love, even if it's hard to hear. This talk might shake us, but it's also the only way to strengthen the foundation we stand on. Our connection deserves the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it might be to face. I'm ready to open my heart to you, even if it means exposing the pain I've been hiding. This isn't about the past. It's about the future we can create if we're willing to be honest. We've been avoiding this talk for too long, and it's time to finally face it together.